Welcome back to another episode of My Community. I'm here with Ron Simone. Ron, how you feeling, big guy?
Feeling real good. How about you?
I feel really good. I'm excited about this. We met. Just so everyone knows, our theme of today is motivation with a little splash of business. But we met, I would say, almost a year ago.
Yeah,
I feel like, right?
So,
And we had like a conversation about superheroes.
Yep.
Yeah. Because Ron's real estate agency is obviously branded with the superhero mantra, and my book is obviously superhero influenced, and that was kind of where we got to know each other a bit on a personal level, and it's kind of amazing because he told me he was going to get me this this T-shirt for his company, and he got it for me, even though I feel like we hadn't seen each other in a while, right?
Yeah. Different times all the time.
Yeah, because obviously different schedules and different time frames that we go to the gym, but you remembered, and here we are today. So yeah, Ron, why don't you tell us a little bit about your business and how superheroes have influenced you?
Well, we started this probably before anybody else, even though, everybody has their own identity now. We used to work for our father at All Town Realty, and we also have one of the artists for our company draws for DC, Marvel, The Walking Dead, like amazing artists. Shout out to Dave Ryan there. His wife Nilda actually does all of our logos, and being that Dave drew for these, he also has his own superhero line of comics also.
Oh, very nice.
So being that Dave draws and is as talented as it is, his wife is actually a graphic designer. So Dave creates everything. Nilda, graphically designs it, and then we come up with our logos. Now, being that I was an ex-football player, and being that I'm 6'2", 290 pounds, right? Like, you see a lot of people out there now years later. And when we opened up our real estate company, a lot of people were like, oh, who's going to take you seriously? Who's going to take you seriously? You're superheroes, right? But you're around the same age as I am, and something superhero influenced you. Something superhero influenced me. That was our genre when we were kids.
100%.
And now all of that is coming to life, as we grow older and see what's happening in the movie theaters, what's happening with Marvel, DC, them going back and forth. There's nothing in the movie theater now that is even remotely good unless it's a superhero movie. Think about that. And we had, I wasn't a big comic guy, but I love superheroes. Like you said, you were a comic guy.
Yes.
And again, like, people don't realize how much, especially at the gym, how much you have in common with the people in the gym every day.
Yes, I 100% agree with that. Where like we pass these people by in the gym so often, and we don't. If we didn't have that like moment where I saw your superhero shirt, or we just had that impromptu conversation, I feel like we wouldn't have connected, honestly.
Right.
Because it just goes to show you these little moments, these little like signs of things that motivate us, that inspire us. They go a long way because they're a part of us, really.
And think about it. If you're in the gym, right, and especially our situation, first of all, if you're in any kind of sales, you need to be able to talk to people. And that's why I laugh at all these networking groups that are out now. Like, everybody's like, oh, come to this place and drink and then network, because obviously when you have alcohol in yourself, you loosen up, you talk a little bit more, you say a little bit more. But 9 out of 10 of those people that are going to these network events, if they didn't have alcohol or something stimulating conversation with them, they would never be able to make it in this business as it is, because everybody in the world we live in now, everybody's scared to talk to each other. Right. Everybody, you go to a gym now and you see all the girls from the old days, and they wore provocative clothing, right? And it was a compliment when somebody was looking at you or you admired somebody else's body. Now it's, women get turned off, but they wear skimpier clothes, right? So you say to yourself, what's the reason people even go to the gym? There's only 4 reasons. You're an athlete, you want to lose weight, your health,
Maybe mental well-being.
or mental well-being. That was what I was going to say, right? So everybody in there has a little bit of insecurity in them. Everybody in there wants to clear something in their mental, to make their mental stability a little bit better.
Sure.
Everybody in there wants to live longer, right? So that they want to do it for health reasons. And everybody in there could lose a little weight, right? All of us, so you and I included.
Of course.
So you already have like 4 things in common with those people, but every day we walk in and out past those people, minding our business, putting these headphones on and not paying attention, not communicating to each other. And literally, like, from being an ex-athlete, like, we had coaches that pushed us. We had people on the same team that were reaching for the same goal as you were, right? Mm-hmm. So we're doing that in the gym together, and we don't even know that, right?
Right.
Now, you coming up to me, like I said, we give our shirts out to everybody. We don't want the money. Like, the fact that you're even repping us is amazing, right?
Of course.
That's payment in itself. You have all these companies now that are just putting logos on t-shirts and then trying to sell them for $20, $30 for a t-shirt. Meanwhile, who the fuck are you? Am I allowed to curse on here?
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
If you're not, and we always tell you, like, consistency. Like, if you're trying to build a brand and you're not putting yourself out there all the time, you're never going to be anything. Nobody's ever going to know you.
Yeah.
So you walking past me and seeing my logos, and then you talking to me about being a superhero, like, in your everyday life, and writing your book. Shout out to his book. Check out, I'll post it. I already have it up in NetU, but check it out. I'm going to read it. And I don't read books, but, every day, if you had those people in there talking to you, I've walked past a lady, and she, in my eyes, like, I read people, right? Because I'm in sales, and I see, she's like a little bit sad, not having a good day. Mm-hmm. So, like, me as a person, I walk over to her because I'm used to being in the gym. I'm friendly, like, I'm,
right.
Even though you wouldn't think it when you look at me, right? Right. I walk over to the lady, and I'm like, is everything all right?
Yeah.
And she's like, you're the only person that noticed, and the only person that came and said something to me. Yeah. Right. Now, the rest of that day, that little stupid, action of me going over there and talking to her,
pick me up,
picked her up right away.
Yeah.
Right. And think about, if we were in the gym every day, you have 2 best buds going to the gym, and they're motivating each other, right? Lift heavier. Come on, let's go. Right. And then you have all these other people in the gym just walking around aimlessly. Now imagine you were at the gym every day the same time as me, mm-hmm. and we walked around the gym and said, great job, like, way to go. Let's go a little, you need a spot? Did something like that, right? How much you would impact somebody else's life.
Yeah.
Half the people that go to the gym don't even know how to use the equipment. Half the trainers there don't know what they're doing. Right? So, there's a lot of people that have questions, but again, we're in a world now, everything is social media, everything's put your head down on the phone. Like, nobody knows how to talk. Nobody knows how to communicate anymore. Mm-hmm. So, doing those little extra things, you have no idea what you could be doing to help somebody else, and motivating them every single day. Letting them know, hey, you look like you lost a little weight. Hey, if you need help with anything, I'll be glad to help you. Oh, you don't know how to use that machine? Let me show you. Right? Yeah. Like, if you did that every day, like we should be doing, instead, everybody now wants the attention themselves. Attention on me. Everybody is a sociopath. They don't care about anybody else's feelings.
Up their own ass.
Right.
Yeah.
And, like, at the same time, you have no idea how insecure you are. Right? You're sitting there every day posting selfies of yourself, wearing the littlest clothes. Oh, I got a new jacket. Here's me and my band. Mm-hmm. Here's, anything, like, listen to the food I'm eating, right? And nobody cares. Nobody cares what you're eating. Nobody cares what you're doing, but you're chasing that likeness that you can get going into a supermarket and talking to somebody, that you can get putting yourself in. There's so many programs, especially in this area, Manawan, Old Bridge, shout out to them too, because that's where we are, the M-Town right near the O-Town. But, You could go to, they have all these functions, the National History Society, fairs, school stuff, getting involved with the town.
It's a wonderful thing.
Right.
It really is.
And people don't take advantage of that.
No.
People are like, no, I got to do this for myself, or I don't want to be bothered with that. Like, if you're living in an area, like, it's best to know your surrounding. It's best to know the people that are around you. You make friends with people, your kids make friends with people, and it's free talking to somebody. It's free motivating somebody, right? But we spend all this waste of time on trying to motivate ourselves, right? What's the hardest thing in the world? You wake up in the morning, you're like, why am I doing this? This is so hard. I'm not rich yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody. So why are we doing this? So we feel so down on ourselves enough, right? That if you got to give to get, right? You don't get to give, you give to get. So if I walk up to you in the gym and I'm like, yo, man, your arms are looking bigger. What's the next thing you're going to do? Your common response is to say something nice back.
Yeah, your chest is looking great or something like that.
Or compliment me back, right?
Absolutely.
Instead, we're sitting there fighting ourselves in the mirror every day.
Yeah.
The selfie. And we're like, oh man, I hope everybody thinks I look good. I hope everybody thinks I'm doing this.
The body dysmorphia.
Right. But nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's sitting there every day like, oh man, I wonder what Ron's doing. Like, let me go check him out. No, you scroll, and then if you see something you like, you do, right? But it's so easy it's free and so easy to go motivate people, right? But we're so against doing that because, like, even talk about going back to real estate and the superheroes for my company, it's everybody said to me again, oh, the superhero thing, nobody's going to take you seriously, right? Now everybody's trying to be superheroes in their business.
It's true.
100%.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody told me, and again, you see us live now, like I record everything because I want people to see that I'm doing business, right? That I'm making myself known in the community. Okay. I'm not sitting here taking selfies of myself. Look at me, right?
Right.
I'm promoting you. You're promoting me, right?
100%.
That's what networking is. That's what business is. It's a we call relationships business transactions, right? Because right now, think about it. We met each other at the gym. We talk. We're friendly. But right now, I'm getting something from you. You're getting something from me, right? A business transaction. As long as you do what you're supposed to do and I'm supposed to do what I'm supposed to do, then the relationship, the business transaction keeps
complete.
Going.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
complete.
Keeps moving forward.
Most people never do what they say they're going to do.
No. It's a lack of follow through with a lot of people, man. Because I've had conversations with people, and you could relate this even to hanging out with people where I'm sure you've encountered this, where it's like, like we'll grab a bite to eat or something like that, and it never happens.
Right.
Like it's fodder because they make the impression that, they want to hang out with you, but it's more of like a polite brush off. Like sometimes, I don't know if you ever get this notion where it's like, you can tell me to go fuck myself. Like I don't really care. Like, but don't give me the pretense where it's like, we're friends and you're not going to actually see me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's same with business in a way, because business especially is more forthcoming in the fact that, all right, now we're here to take care of business. And sometimes it still is phony. It doesn't,
100%.
There's a lack of follow through. There's a lack of, what's the word? Authenticity maybe.
Right.
And the transactions, just don't work because one of the parties isn't, what they say they want to do.
And that's what happens. I hear that story every day in real estate, right? Realtors come in there and think about it. There's probably 50,000 realtors in New Jersey, right?
Sure.
So if you know anything about any of this business and the time that's going on, right? Every business is flooded with people, right? So how does everybody make business, right? And I make a joke about this all the time. Like, what's wrong with being average and comfortable, right? Everybody goes out and pretends they're number one or pretends they're the best, right? In any kind of business, the best business is word of mouth. right? That's it. Like, I don't care how much you market yourself on social media. I don't care how much you mail letters. I don't care how much you make phone calls, right? Like, the best way to get another deal in your pocket is word of mouth. So if you don't do your job, right, then nobody's ever going to recommend you in any business, right? Your plumber, HVAC guy,
Of course.
so, and everybody, remember, like, we're so insecure with ourselves and trying to make ourselves feel good that everybody says, wait, I got a guy for you, right? Because they want that recommendation, that you're taking their recommendation, right? Everything in this world is ego now, right? So it's like, I want to be the guy that gets John his household. You know what I mean? My friend did it for him, and then he's going to like me. And then some people look for money out of that. Like, maybe he'll give me something because I referred him, right?
Right.
But they want to be that guy that is like, that was my guy. That was my guy that sold John's house, right? So they feel more confident about themselves. Confidence is everything.
It is.
It is
100%.
It is
I couldn't agree more with that. Yeah.
Right.
So I feel like that's a good way to piggyback on something I was kind of just talking about over the past few hours with friends, my wife, so on and so forth. One of the things I proselytized when I was doing this book was I'm going to do it through word of mouth.
First of all, don't ever use big words like that around me again.
Preach. Yeah. Preach was get it out through word of mouth, right? Mm-hmm. And I've been doing that through the community, through friends, through people that I've just met, just like me and you, mm-hmm. And obviously it's a slow build. It is a very slow build when you do word of mouth. And when we had that text conversation where you asked me, like, I'm not on social media, which I'm not, mm-hmm. And I'm coming on that crossroad, so to speak, now in life. And obviously, like, you're streaming it now, but for me, this won't go live until months in advance. Where I feel like I do kind of have to dip into that pool a bit, because even though I preached in my book how against that was social media and how much I didn't think it was beneficial for me, it's a tool that I'm not using that I feel like can further enhance my business practices. And I feel like maybe it was an ego thing on my hand. Maybe it was a pride thing. I feel like I have to kind of let it go and jump into that pool again and play the game to win, as it were.
Well, no, we always have to, like, your biggest person again is yourself. So we always have to be honest with ourselves, right? That's the biggest thing.
100%.
Now, again, if you want to be a writer, yes. Right? If I want to be a realtor, and I tell my realtors this all the time, right? 20% of the realtors do 80% of the business, right? Mm-hmm. Because only 20% out of 100 are doing their job out of all those thousands of realtors, right? So if you want to be a realtor, you have to be a full-time realtor, and you have to live and breathe it, right? If you want to be a writer and that's all you want to do, then everything else has to get pushed aside, and you have to be a writer, right? It's a 24-hour job. It's a career. It's a personality. I don't know, again, like, if you remember Crazy Eddie.
Yeah. Oh, the salesman.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
And I tell everybody, like, and then you see it on TV now, like Crazy Eddie, people say the same thing to me. They're like, oh, you're that crazy big tattooed realtor guy. Right. Like, and that does a lot. I see you come across my feed all the time. Uh-huh. Right. And then, like, you hear from somebody again, like, man, I love your logos. Man, I love, what you're saying. Like, we need somebody that's telling the truth out there, because everybody's getting scammed. Everybody's getting hemmed,
Right.
And then you say to yourself, then why isn't everybody using me? Right. But even myself, like, I do this literally 24/7, right? Unless I'm at the gym or on an appointment, right?
Right.
I do this 24/7. The people that make money in this business, just like the people that, became what they were, the over eccentric people that made, like, a Crazy Eddie, right? His brand was screaming in his commercials all the time, right? And everybody, the first people, for the first couple of times, people see that. And we have a motto of ours, like, first they hate, then they congratulate, then they follow, and then they copy me like HP. Right? Because even when I started my company, like people would be like, oh man, this isn't the time to, start a real estate company and you're going to do your own. Why aren't you like buying into corporate or something like that,
Sure.
And I'm like, no, like, I don't want to be that. I don't want to, this is what I want to do. Right.
Right. You got to trust your instincts.
Right. And now me being the person that pretty much, and again, like, anybody could say what they say, but I started this superhero stuff like, almost like 12 years ago, right? Like before anybody even thought about it.
Right.
Right. And again, for the bit, I'm not a cartoon character. I'm not a caricature. Nobody's drawing me like just to draw me, right? Like literally a superhero creator for Marvel, DC, and his own line of comic books created me. Right. I'm not the only real estate superhero. Everybody in my office gets turned into a superhero. Right. Because we all wear masks. We all, do our own thing. We all have our own issues. We all have our own problems. But you know what? Like when we come to you, we're superheroes. We're doing our best. We're putting our best foot forward. We're doing the best job we can. Right. And all people really ask of you to do is do your job.
Yeah.
Right. So if I do my job every day, then I get paid for it and people are happy. It's when people are paying you and you're not doing your job. People are paying you and you're making all these mistakes. Right. Like you're lying to people. So that's why we come in and say, like, we don't care. We're not the Beatles. We don't need to be liked by everybody. Right. Like we want to be liked
by who you want to be liked,
by who likes us.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, there's going to be people that are like, I hate that guy. Fuck him. He's so annoying. I see so many videos. Okay.
Right.
Then you're not going to use me as a realtor.
Right.
There's going to be your old school people, our grandparents' age that are like, he doesn't have a suit and tie on. Right. Like we can't use him. Right. Most of the people that are wearing suit and ties and pull up in BMWs in front of your house can't afford a ham sandwich. Right. Hand to God. Like think about that. Right. And people that come from some other countries, like their status is like having a nicer car and having the best clothes, even though they don't have money. We're a phony world, right? And social media has given that to everybody. That's why I say, you have to be honest with yourself, just like I have to be honest with myself. Can there be things that I'm not doing, or did I sit on my ass today and feel sorry for myself because I wasn't motivated, or did I, go to one store today and say, hey, would you like to buy a copy of my book? Hey, can I put another book writing in there? Right. Like I would be going like the same thing we do with flyers and door hangers, right? We go down a line of houses and hang.
Right. Like cold calling in person.
Cold calling in person. Right.
I get it. Yeah. No, absolutely. Like you're basically saying, like, did I do the proper work to put my best foot forward each single day?
Yep. And you have to remember, like we said, nobody's going to motivate you to do that.
No, you have to do it yourself.
So you have to motivate yourself.
Yeah.
Hopefully especially if you have people working for you, you can motivate them, right? And then you have to motivate people to use you. Everybody thinks I wrote a book, this guy's got money, right? Because he had time to write it, right?
Right.
Everybody thinks you're a broker owner of a real estate company, this guy's got money, right?
Right.
Like, no, we all share the same issues, right? We all have love issues. We all have relationship issues. We all have money issues. We all have
we're all people just trying to make it in this wacky world, man.
And that's why I tell everybody, like, when we come to your house, just like I'm sitting here right now, right? I'm not in a suit and tie. Like, I don't want to lie to you.
Right.
I'm just like you. You're wearing a t-shirt. I'm wearing a t-shirt, right? Only I have a skill. Right. That if you needed to sell your house, then possibly you could use me. Right. If whatever you do for work, what do you do?
So I actually was a job counselor, but I'm pursuing this like full time now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you're being a writer, right? Like you're saying to yourself, how do I get these people around me to buy this book? How do I get these people to take me seriously? Cause that's really, once you're taken seriously as a company, then that's where people start using you all the time.
Absolutely.
These other real estate companies, these other writers out there, right? They've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in this business 23 years, probably, I think 11 in my company, right? And I'm still building business. People don't just come and hand you money.
No.
People don't just come and say, I want to use you as a realtor because I saw you on social media. Right? Everybody has a recommendation, right? Like that's why,
like a testimonial or
right.
something like a review. Yeah. You need that validation and that verification
Yes.
that you are good at what you do.
Mm-hmm. And they want somebody that has used you before.
Yes.
Right? Because now they know at least they have somebody else's word or validation, like you said, to use you, right? You can market as much as you want. You could be the best in the world. Doesn't mean people are just throwing money at you.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, I always say like you have to, I don't want to say put good energy out because I'm not like one of those guys. Right. Like, but you, in essence, it is right. Like, so you have to give so much more. Right. And then hopefully you get. Right? Because there's not a lot of reciprocation in this world. But we like to think like if I go out there and maybe donate some money, hopefully some money will come back to me,
right.
You know, one day. If I'm nice to people, you know, the rule says they have to be nice back to me.
The book
right?
of karma.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not it.
Right.
Right. So
it's not as always simplistic as that.
I wish it was because, you know,
it would be great.
It would be great. We'd be, you know,
yeah.
But it's if you're not giving out the motivation, right? You're never gonna get it back from somebody else. And really, if you motivate somebody like again, like when you came up to me, just like numerous people in the gym, right? And this is my company, my brand, right? Like again, everybody's trying to make money on everybody and sell t-shirts and stuff. Like I was like, holy shit, this guy noticed. Everybody else in the gym notices, right? Like,
right.
So they all come up to me. Oh, yeah, I like the same way you did, right? I'm not being like cocky or arrogant.
No.
Right? Like people come up to me and I'm like, holy shit, like that puts a feather in my cap.
Right.
Right? Because I'm like, holy shit, these people are noticing. These people are paying attention. And like, even my uncle, like you see, he comes to the gym with me, right? Like he wound up in the hospital, like, you know, for like a couple weeks out of the month. And like, this is a guy that never went to the gym. Never went to the gym. And I'm like, I said, Uncle, like these people are asking about you. Like everybody's, you know, where is he? Where is he? And he couldn't believe, right? That never been to this gym before, doesn't know any of these people. Hi, goodbye, maybe a joke, maybe a little longer joking with other people. But like, these people that you don't even, your own family doesn't call you half the time to see how you're doing. But these people that are in the gym, this is a guy who's 75 years old, probably another person who's insecure, he's shorter, like whatever, doesn't feel noticed. And then all of a sudden you hear that 40 people like that you don't even think know you or you matter to are coming up asking about you.
Yeah.
Right? So he was like, oh my God, I can't believe that. And I'm like, you have no idea how much you have in common with the rest of these people in this place.
It's a true sense of community, man.
Right. And where do you think you're going to get your business from? Right. I hate to use it because it's terrible. Cancer, right? Cancer starts somewhere and spreads.
Yeah, like a virus. It's the same concept.
Right.
100%.
So you have to start in your community.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
And go out.
And grow out.
Yes. And grow out further and further.
Yeah. 100%. Well, I think, that's about all we got for today, Ron. But, before I wrap up, do you have any closing remarks of motivation or are you good to go for the audience?
No, I want to thank you for inviting me over here. And I wish you luck with your book, like where you support us, we support you.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's the only thing I could say is to, you know, go out there and motivate people and be consistent about motivating people, right? Don't do it one day. Don't do it 2 days. You know, take the time.
Do it every day.
To do it every day. Even if it's one time, we're not saying walk around and, you know, good job to, you know, the whole neighborhood, but, you know,
make those moments like you had with that individual at our gym. Make those moments count.
And you'll see what you can accomplish when you make other people happy and other people make you happy in return. It makes you feel good about what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So that's all we have for my community. Thanks for everyone tuning in. And on our next episode, we're going to have Superman and Batman duke it out.
Oh.